Hello everyone, it's me Roselyn, and now we will discuss what to do after you arrive in USA for K1 visa. Because most of you wondering, confused, asking what to do when you arrive in US. So we will discuss about that. And actually it depends on the state, but we will discuss also what process did we went through here in Georgia and in other state, because I have friends in other state and their process is different in our process. We will discuss all about that for you to have an idea what you will do when you arrive in US. Okay, but before that, thank you to those who trust me, who concerned, and who support all my videos. Thank you so much. And to those who haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do subscribe to my YouTube channel for more videos, and please hit like to all my videos if it helps you. And if you have friends, you can share my videos to them so they will have an idea also. And if they have a questions or you have a question, please feel free to message me on my videos, any on my videos, and I will do my best to answer that. Okay, but if sometimes I'll just reply and send a link on you, it means I'm kind of busy. So I will just send a link for you to watch that video to answer your questions and to have more informations. Okay, so let's start. Okay, once you, the K1 visa holder, the beneficiary, arrive in the US, the work is not yet over. It's not yet done. Okay? The work in the Philippines or in your country when you apply for K1 visa, that is already done. And now this is the second chapter of your life. Second chapter. Okay. So the K1 visa is literally expired once you enter the US. Notice that in your visa it says entries 1. So your visa is no longer in use except for some identification purpose. You are given I-94 on your entry to the US. That is good for only 90 days. Okay? So once you arrive in US, you can check your I-94 and there is a due date on your I-94. Okay, so once your I-94 expires, you must have done all the necessary paperwork to extend your stay. You are not allowed to work, get driver's license, and travel outside the US just whenever you want to. Okay, you have to do this process first within 90 days. Okay, so first, of course, plan your wedding. You need to get married within 90 days or else they will deport you. That is very important. So once you arrive in the US, you have to plan your weddings, whether at the church or at the courthouse. It doesn't matter. Because me and Marcus, we only get married at the courthouse. Because we don't have enough money for church wedding. And also, I already told Marcus that we will just have a courthouse. Simple but memorable. And we will do the church marriage when we go back to the Philippines. Okay, so next, after planning, sorry, my baby is moving. Hello, baby Daenerys. Okay, so after you plan your wedding, you have to get your marriage license. Of course, you need your marriage license for you to get married, because that is the requirements. So get the marriage license. Some state may require SSN to get a marriage license. So I have a separate video for all the requirements and process to get a marriage license. Kindly check that, and I will write down the link so you can check that video for you to have an idea how and what are the documents needed to get a marriage license. Okay, so next, if if social security number is required to get a marriage license, so you have to get SSN. You can apply in 14 days after arrival in the US. But it depends on the state. You have to call the Social Security office to make sure what are all the requirements and when can you go there and apply for your SSN. Okay, just go to the nearest SSA office with your passport and birth certificate. But you can wait after the marriage, so you do not have to come back to change your name into your husband's last name. But it depends on what state you are. Okay, because here in Georgia, when I get my SSN before we get married. So I brought my I-94, my passport, and my birth certificate. They gave me my SSN number, but my SSN is under my single name. They cannot, I cannot use my SSN because we are not yet married yet. And also here in Georgia, whether you are married but you haven't received your green card, you cannot use your married name. But in different states, after they get married, they apply the SSN. Just bring the marriage certificate, the birth certificate, and your passport. And in some state, they will grant you to use your married name, even without your green card. But in some state, no, you have to bring your green card for them to change your last name into your married name. So you need to inquire to SSA office if you can use your married name after you get married, but you don't have your green card. So you need to clarify that. And then after you get your SSN, of course, you will get your marriage license. And also I have a video on the process and what are the requirements when you apply for SSN. Kindly check that video. So, okay, after you get your marriage license, you have your SSN, you need to get married within 90 days. Okay, so that is very important. Get married within 90 days. Okay, so for women, after you receive your marriage certificate, just what I said before, after you get your marriage certificate, go back to SSA office with a copy of your marriage certificate, your SSN, and the new SS5 form, and update your SSN to your married name. But other state may require a green card before you can use your last name on your SSN. So please clarify that on your SSA office on your state. Okay? Okay, next. So you are already married. You have your SSN. Now you can start applying for your adjustment of status. Okay? And also, because before they wait more days because they need to save money for the adjustment of status. You can do that. And as far as I know, whether your I-94 is already expired, you can still apply for your adjustment of status. But if I were you, better to apply your adjustment of status and your I-94 still not yet expired. Okay, but that is only my suggestion, but it really depends on you. But you can apply for adjustment of status even your I-94 is already expired. Okay, so start applying for adjustment of status. Then apply for your state ID. You can use your state ID as a proof of address on your AOS application. Make sure your I-94 is not yet expired when you apply for your state ID because you need that. Okay? Check my video on how to apply state ID. I also have a separate video for that. And then next, you can also apply for driver's license. You can also use that on proof of address on your AOS application. But as what I said, it depends on your state. Some state don't allow you to, don't allow you to apply for driver's license if you don't have green card, because that is a requirement. But some state, they can allow you to apply for your driver's license even you don't have green card but you are already married. So please clarify that on your state. Okay, so next, see a civil surgeon. Okay, so just fill out the first part of I-693. So a lot of applicants were approved in AOS without seeing a civil surgeon, just like me. When we apply for adjustment of status, I did not see a civil surgeon here in US. And I did not receive any RFE on that. I don't know if maybe because my DS-3025 is still, it's not yet expired. Okay, but when I count it, because I received my green card after 6 months and my work permit after 4 months, so automatically my medical is already expired. So maybe it depends on whoever check your file if she is strict or not. Okay, so that is your option. Okay, if you want to see your civil surgeon and apply for I-693. Okay, but some receive an RFE. So it's your call if you would see the civil surgeon or not. Okay, so if you can find someone who's just willing to transcribe the DS-3025 into I-693, then it's fine. Just make sure you won't have to redo the entire medical. Then your medical is valid for 1 year. Okay, because I know here in America it's really expensive to have a medical. Okay, so if you want to save money, just find someone who can transcribe your DS-3025, and I think that is not expensive. But it's really up to you if you want to see a civil surgeon or not. Okay, so here we go. So file an AOS. After you gather all the documents you need for the adjustment of status, I have a separate video for that. Kindly check what all the documents that I sent on my AOS. Please check that video. So file an AOS adjustment of status. Should a K1 visa holder wishes to stay longer in the US beyond 90 days, even after getting married, AOS is necessary to be not considered illegal out of status. Some people took time to file for an AOS after marriage, though it seems okay for them. But for me, if you have money after your marriage, then you can file your adjustment of status. Okay? And then next, file for a work permit and advance parole. K1 visa holders are not allowed to work and leave the US until the green card has arrived or have at least secured permit. Okay, so the form I-765 or employment authorization and I-131 or advance parole, that is a combo card. Unlike AOS, these are optional, but it will make things more secure and open for the beneficiary while waiting for the 2 years green card. Okay, so again, K1 visa are not allowed to work nor leave the US whenever they wish. And working illegally may result to deportation, while leaving the US without AP card, will result to being barred from coming back to the US. So you have to start all over with the visa process. Okay, you can request okay, wait. So once your EAD expired but your GC has arrived, no need to renew the EAD and AP. Your combo card will just serve as your flexibility and security ID. So you could move around while waiting for your 2 years green card. And if you're going to file these papers, the work permit and advance parole with your AOS, filing fee would be free. So I suggest if you will file your AOS, then better to file also your work permit and AP since it's free. Because if you will file your work permit and advance parole separately to the AOS, you have to pay for the processing fee for the work permit and advance parole. So better to apply the work permit and advance parole together with AOS. So the filing fee for the work permit and advance parole would be free. Okay, and others did not apply for work permit and advance parole. They just apply for AOS, and that is also fine. But the thing is, adjustment status or green card, I think you can receive that like 4 months, 5 months, 6 months, and even a year. So if you are not planning to apply for work or want to travel outside US, if you don't want to travel outside the US, you just want to stay in US, you just apply for AOS, not applying for the work permit and green card. But if you want to apply for work and go outside the US, you can do that if you have your work permit and advance parole, even you don't have your green card. So it's up to you. Okay, and then after that, after applying for AOS and you receive your green card, you can apply for report of marriage so that your marriage will be legalized also in your country or in the Philippines. Okay, you can do that. You can apply ROM or report of marriage after you receive your green card or after you get married. You can do that. That's the two options. Okay, and then next, look for a job, or if not, stay at home, be with your wife, be with your family here in US. So that's it. That's all the things that you need to do when you arrive here in US. Okay, so I will include the text items that you need to do when you arrive here in US, so you can read that also. Okay, so if you have a question, please feel free to comment on my YouTube video. Okay, so good luck everyone, and if you have if you want me to make a video on a specific topic, you can tell it to me so I can make that video for you. Okay, I still have 1 month before my delivery, so maybe I can do that, or after my delivery. So okay guys, good luck everyone, have a nice day.